There's a silence between every sound tonight, like the world's holding breath for us to collide. You came drifting through a broken line, static kisses in a borrowed time. Every word like a flicker in the dark, sending shivers through my guarded heart. I was tuned to every empty station, lost inside my own rotation. Then your signal cut so clean, so true. Now the noise just sounds like you. I don't know where this frequency will go, but I feel it in my bones, and I don't wanna let it go. We're velvet signals on a dying frequency, fading slow, but you still reach for me. Through the silence, through the blue, all I hear is you. We're a whisper in the endless night, barely there, but it feels so right. If we disappear, let it be, you and me in the static sea. Neon shadows painting skin in gold, every glance is a story told. Your touch lingers like a soft delay, echoing long after you slip away. We're suspended in a fragile sound, hearts that tremble but don't back down. Even if the world goes out of tune, we'll keep humming our quiet truth. If the signal bends and starts to break apart, I'll be holding on to every piece of your heart. We're velvet signals on a dying frequency, burning low, but you still feel like heat. Through the silence, through the blue, I keep finding you. We're a rhythm that the night can't hide, falling soft on the edge of time. If we fade away, let it be, just you and me. And if the airwaves turn to ghosts, and every line we had is lost, I'll trace you in the afterglow, where only broken signals go. Even in the quiet, I still believe. Love like ours, don't just leave. We're velvet signals on a dying frequency, glowing faint, but you're still in me. Through the silence, through the blue, I'll come back to you. Where the echo they can't erase, time can't touch what we create. If it's all we'll ever be, stay with me in this reverie. Velvet signals, drifting free. You found me in the frequency. There's a flicker in the old machine, like it's remembering what we've been. A voice that fades but doesn't leave, still hanging softly don't press it anymore, but I still hear you in the noise before. When the tape runs out, so does the sound we lived around, but I still hear you in the space between the silence and the trace. When the tape runs out, nothing left to talk about, still you echo faint and slow in places only I still know. The static learns your favorite line, repeats it back to waste my time. A love that never learned to stay just loops and slowly fades away. And I don't try to fix the past, I just let the moment last. When the tape runs out, it doesn't mean the love runs out, it just becomes a softer sound that follows me when you're not around. When the tape runs out, I don't need to figure out if we were real or just a dream. You're still the echo in between. If I rewind it one more time, would I still hear you as mine, or would it break the fragile thread that keeps you living in my head? Stay or fade. When the tape runs out, I won't try to chase you now. Some things are meant to drift away, but never fully lose their shape. When the tape runs out, I'll still be thinking somehow you were never really gone, just a song that lingers on. And when it's gone, I still hold on. I saw your shadow in the midnight glow. Street lights flicker like a heart I know. Your silhouette moves in a slow parade, like every dream I never could escape. You said forever like a whispered line, caught in the static of a late night sign. Your fingers traced every doubt in me, like you were writing what we're meant to be. And every second feels like stolen time. We're spinning records on a fragile line. When neon hearts in slow motion, drifting through a midnight ocean. Every glance a quiet spark, this love is staying or going. Still I fall before it's gone. Neon hearts in slow motion. Your laughter echoes in empty rooms, like fading colors of a cheap perfume. I try to hold what I can't define, but you dissolve like a warning sign. And every moment bends but never breaks, like trembling hands we're too scared to shake. We're neon hearts in slow motion, dancing through a soft explosion. Every word a fragile art, breaking slowly part by part. We're holding on without a reason, chasing shadows through the seasons. Still I fall before it's gone. Neon hearts in slow motion. If I could freeze this fading light, I'd keep you close inside the night. When love like ours don't ever stay, it flickers bright, then slips away. Stay, but you fade. We're neon hearts in slow motion, burning through a lost devotion. Every tear a silver line, tracing where your hands met mine. We're holding on though we are breaking. Every breath a risk we're taking. Still I fall before it's gone. Neon hearts in slow motion. Slow motion. We fade in slow motion. There's a silence in the way you breathe, like you're already halfway leaving me. Streetlights blur through the passenger side, and I pretend that we're still alright. Your hand rests close but not in mine, like we're just tracing the fault line. Every word feels too sharp to say, so we let the moment drift away. And I don't wanna break the night, but I can feel it slipping out of sight. Stay until the lights fade. Don't let this love just slip away. We don't have to say goodbye. Not tonight, not tonight. a memory I can't hold back. I memorize every fragile move, like it's all I'll ever get from you. And I don't wanna force the truth if it means I'm losing you too soon. Stay until the lights fade, even if our hearts can't stay the same. We don't have to face the end. Just pretend, just pretend. Stay until the sky breaks, even if it's all a mistake. Let it ache, don't run away. Stay until the lights fade. We were never built to last, just a future wrapped in past. But I'd rather live this life than watch you turn and say goodbye. Stay, just stay. Don't go yet. Stay until the lights fade. Let this moment overstay. We don't need to make it right. Just tonight, just tonight. Stay until the dawn calls, even if it means we fall. Let it break, I'll take the weight. Stay until the lights fade. Stay until it fades. We were quiet like a secret sky, full of things we never said out loud. We stood close but a world away, like a dream that forgot to stay. Every heartbeat out of sync, on the edge of what we think. Your eyes held a fragile spark, lighting corners of the dark, like you knew me from before. But we never kept the score. There was something in the space we couldn't name, like a fire that was scared to show its flame. We were glass constellations in the dark, shining just enough to leave a mark. Almost touched the stars that night, but we stayed just out of the light. We were everything we couldn't say, drifting slowly out of place. If it breaks, let it start in our glass constellation hearts. Every word felt twice as loud, in a silence wrapped in doubt. Fingers grazing, pulling back, like we feared what we might crack. Time was bending, losing shape, in the chances we escaped. Every second stretching thin, on the verge of giving in. If we crossed that line, would it all disappear, or become something too real to hold near? We were glass constellations in the dark, flickering with every fragile spark. two silhouettes, the night just cradles. We're still glass constellations in the dark, shattered light but beating hearts. Even if we never try, we were more than just a lie. We were something rare and true in the space between me and you. If it fades, let it start from our glass constellation hearts. Almost stars, almost fire. Almost love, almost higher. There's a whisper in the radio, fading in and out, but I still know it's your voice in the in-between, like a ghost in a broken frequency. We were lost in the afterglow, signals weak, but we held it close. Every word like a fragile thread, trying to stitch what we never said. Through the noise, through the doubt, you're the only sound I can tune out. Hold me through the static, even when it turns erratic. When the signal starts to bend, don't let this be the end. Hold me when it's fading, through the doubt we've been creating. If we're barely coming through, I still hear you, I still hear you. City lights like a flickering dream, nothing's ever as clear as it seems. But your touch cuts through the haze, like a spark in a wired maze. Through the silence, through the strain, you're the echo I can't erase. Hold me through the static, even when our hearts get frantic. When the rhythm falls apart, stay connected to my heart. Hold me when it's breaking, every chance that we are taking. If we're barely coming through, I still hear you, I still hear you. If the world goes quiet, if we lose the line, if the night surrounds us, I'll still find every piece of you in the noise, every broken note in your voice. Closer, closer, don't disappear. Hold me through the static, turn the chaos into magic. Let the signal realign. wrote your name in the falling rain, watched it fade, but it stayed the same. Every night I talk to empty space, still see a shadow in every place. The radio hums our fading song, like it knows where we went wrong. I kept the words I never said, folded neatly inside my head, like paper boats on restless seas, drifting back in memories. If I could send them through the storm, would they find a place where we still feel warm? They're rainfall letters I never sent to you, written in tears that the night pulled through. Every drop says your name again, over and over, like it won't end. If love still listens through the gray, maybe you'll hear what I couldn't say in the quiet where we used to be. Read my silence back to me. Lights blur in watercolor skies, every reflection looks like your eyes. I swear I hear you in the wind, like you never really left again. Time moves slow, but it never waits. Still I trace all our old mistakes on windows fogged with broken truth. I keep reaching out to you. If distance bends and memory bends too, would it ever lead me back to you? They're rainfall letters I never sent to you, drowned in the words I couldn't push through. Every drop is a memory falling back down over me. If somewhere you still feel the same, say it softly through the rain and the echoes where we used to be. Write me back in reverie. And maybe love doesn't disappear, it just gets quiet year by year, waiting in the storm to be found in the places where we drowned. If I call your name into the night, will it still reach you through the light? Still I meant to. still smells like yesterday, like words we almost threw away. Your jacket hanging by the door, like you're not staying anymore. We talk in circles, soft and low, careful not to let it show. But every glance is heavy truth. We're holding on to something loose, and I can feel it in your breath. The space between us says the rest. If this is where we end, don't let it break me when it bends. Let it fade like summer rain, quiet, beautiful, and pain. If this is our goodbye, don't erase what made us try. Even broken hearts still mend. If this is where we end, your silence writes what we won't say, like fading light at end of day. I memorize the shape of you, like it's the last thing I can do. And every second feels too loud, like love is slipping through the crowd. If this is where we end, don't let the memories pretend that we never burned so bright. In the middle of the night, if this is our last light, let it hurt but let it shine. Even broken hearts still send. If this is where we end, we don't have to fix it now, we just have to let it out. If love was everything we knew, then I'm glad I knew you. Stay. Even now. If this is where we end, I still see you as my friend. In the echoes of the past, love that couldn't always last. If this is our goodbye, let it softly pass us by. Even broken hearts still mend. If this is where we end, if this this is where we end. I still loved you then. We used to burn like summer skies. Now we're just echoes passing by. I saw you in a crowded street, same eyes but different beat, like time rewrote your symmetry, but forgot to mention me. You smiled like we were strangers then. Still my heart remembered when we were louder than the rain, before we learned how to change. And I don't know if you felt it too, that sudden pull when I looked at you, where time forgot our names, but not the fire, not the flame. We were young and undefined, now we're shadows intertwined. If love survives what we became, maybe we're still the same, in a place beyond the pain, where time forgot our names. Your voice was softer than before, like a song I knew once more, half remembered, half erased. Still it lit up every space. We talked like nothing left to say, but silence gave us all away. Every glance a fragile thread, pulling back what time had shed. And I swear for just a moment there, we weren't strangers, we were, where time forgot our names, but left the embers of the flame. We were lost but not apart, still connected heart to heart. If memories can still remain beyond the years, beyond the rain, then maybe love can still reclaim, where time forgot our names. If I reach out through the years, would you recognize the tears that never really left my eyes? Just learn to live disguised. And if the world rewinds again, would we find where we began, where time forgot our names, but couldn't wash away the flame? We were never really gone, just two souls holding on. If forever still remains beyond all loss and all refrains, I'll find you once again, where time forgot our names. Not lost, not gone, just time moving on. The phone still hums in empty air. like it remembers you were there. I almost answer out of habit, like love is something I can catch it. Years folded in between the tone, but somehow I don't feel alone. Your name still fits inside my chest, I can never learn to rest. And I don't know what we became, but I still recognize your name. Midnight calls, we never ended. Broken lines, but still connected. Every silence pulls me back to you, like it never really broke into. Midnight calls, they still are ringing in the space where we were singing. If I reach, are you still there? Midnight calls in midnight air. I walk the streets we used to know. They don't forget the way we go. Every corner softly bends, like it's waiting for a lens. And time just folds without a sound. When your memory comes around, midnight calls, we never ended. Hearts that never got mended. Every word we left behind still rewinds inside my mind. Midnight calls, they still are calling, even after we stop falling. If I speak, will you appear? Midnight calls are always near. We didn't really say goodbye, we just learned how not to try. But every quiet in between still knows what we both need. Hello, are you there? Midnight calls, we never ended. Midnight calls, we never ended. Every distance still pretended that we moved on far away, but we talk in silence anyway. Midnight calls, they keep on flowing through the light we're still not showing. If I listen, I still hear. Midnight calls are always near, still ringing, still you in the midnight too. I turn the dial just to feel you again, in the noise where the memories begin. The city sleeps in electric blue, but every light still leads to you. hear you laugh in broken waves, like something time forgot to save. Your name still hums through empty air, like you never stopped being there. Every station plays our past, but the signal never lasts. And I don't know if it's real or just my mind, but I swear you're still on every line. The night kept your voice in my radio, soft and fading, but it won't let go. Every frequency calls your name, like nothing ever changed. We were lost but still somehow found, in the static all around. If love still lives in afterglow, you're the voice my radio knows. I walk alone through neon rain, every drop says your name. Reflections bend but never lie, they still show you passing by. I press rewind on empty sound, hoping you might come back around. But all I get is fading light and echoes of that endless night. If I listen long enough tonight, will you break through the silence light? The night kept your voice in my radio, drifting close but it won't let go. Every wave, every broken tone feels like I'm not alone. We were ghosts but still alive, in the static we survived. If love still haunts the audio, you're the voice my radio knows. Maybe we never really end, just dissolve and start again, in frequencies we can't control, where lost signals find the soul. If I reach through every wave of sound, will you still be around? The night kept your voice in my radio, burning softly in the afterglow. Every whisper, every trace still remembers your face. We were silence, we were sound, still together in what's found. If love still plays on overflow, you're the voice my radio knows. Stay, don't go, in my radio. We folded time into a song and hope the silence played along. But every note we left behind still echoes somewhere in my mind. Your name drifts through the radio, like static only we would know. A frequency I can't replace, still carved into this empty space. And I try to let it go, but it hums beneath my soul. shadow learns your tone, like I never left alone. And I pretend I've moved ahead, but you still live inside my head. Goes in a paper sky, woven through the reasons why we could never say goodbye without learning how to lie. Echoes in the quiet rain, softly calling out your name. Even distance can't deny. Echoes in a paper sky. If love was only made of sound, I'd still hear you all around. Even in the space between, you're the echo of my dreams. Stay, don't dissolve. Echoes in a paper sky, never really learn to die. Every fragment, every line still belongs to you and I. Echoes in the afterglow of love we used to know. Even if we say goodbye, echoes in a paper sky. Paper sky. Still you and I. Somewhere between now and never, I still feel you forever. I woke up in a world that changed, but your silence still remained, like a memory without a face, lost somewhere in time and space. I've seen your shadow in the stars, in places we forgot we are. Every night the sky repeats the way your name still speaks to me. And I don't know if this is real, or just the way my heart can feel. If we meet again in a forgotten signal, beyond the noise, beyond the digital, I'll recognize you in the dark, by the way you break my heart. If time erases what we knew, I'll still come back to you in every frequency. I know if we meet again, don't let me go. I trace your name in static lines, like constellations lost in time. Every echo feels so near, like you're speaking through my fear. The universe bends just to say we never really drifted away, just scattered into different skies, still connected by disguised. If love is only waves and sound, then maybe you're still all around. If we meet again in a forgotten signal, is blue, I'll find my way back into you. If we meet again in a forgotten signal, where lost love becomes essential, I'll hold you like we never left, like time itself had just forget it. Forever has a sound, it's the one where you're around, in every wave, in every glow. If we meet again, I know somewhere you're still near. We didn't speak, but everything was said. You stood there like a memory, still breathing quietly through me. Same eyes, different time, like the world forgot the line. We laugh like strangers who remember a fire that still burns but is embers. Every second felt too loud, in a silence wrapped in sound. And I don't know what we became, but I still feel you just the same. We spoke without saying anything, between the echoes of everything. No words, no names, no sign, just you crossing into mine. If love can live in what we don't say, then you never went away. In every pause, in every breath, we spoke in what was left. Your hand almost found my own, like it remembered being home. But we stopped before the fall, like we'd already lost it all. The night leaned in just to see what we could never let be. Two hearts and parallel lines, still colliding through time. If I reached, would you stay or fade, or break the moment we almost made? We spoke without saying anything, still caught inside, remembering. No past, no future, just now. And we didn't know how. If silence is a language too, then I still speak in you. In every look we couldn't confess, we said the rest. Maybe some loves don't need a name, they just burn quietly the same. Even when the moment ends, it never really ends. If I closed my eyes tonight, would you still be in my life? We spoke without saying anything, and still it meant everything. No goodbye, no hello, just the feeling that we know. If time forgets to We didn't speak, but I heard you. The window writes your name in light, each drop a fragment of the night. I swear I hear you through the storm, like you were never truly gone. The city blurs in neon threads, like memories we never said. A silhouette in passing cars, still glowing faint behind the scars. And I don't know what's real or seen, but you keep flickering between signals through the glass rain, calling out your name again. Every flash across the street feels like you're still next to me. Signals through the glass rain, softly breaking down the pain. If I reach into the night, you might still be in the light. I trace your ghost on fogged up glass, like every moment's built to last. But every shade dissolves too fast, like love that never learned to pass. And still I stand here in the glow, where only half the answers show. Signals through the glass rain, turning distance into veins, running through what can't be held, a story only silence room still remembers you more than I do. Your presence stayed in empty air, like a question I can't repair. Every corner holds your trace, even time can't erase. I stopped counting days you've gone, but the feeling lingers on, like a record stuck in place, playing your invisible face. And I try to turn it all to gray, but you never really fade away. You are the light you left in my silence, soft and breaking through defiance. Even when I close my eyes, you're the color in my skies. If love becomes what we survive, then you're the reason I'm alive. In every shadow I can feel something you made real. I learned to walk through nights alone, but your echo feels like home. Not a voice, not a sound, just something always around. The past doesn't knock or leave, it just breathes through what I grieve. And I swear sometimes I see you still looking back at me. If I reach out into the air, will I find you waiting there? You are the light you left in my silence, still defying all defiance. Even when the world moves on, you're the reason I'm not gone. If love survives what fades away, then you still find a way to stay. In every empty space I feel, you are what is real. Maybe we don't disappear, we just turn into what we hear. A ghost inside the melody that never lets me be free. And if I stop remembering you, would I stop existing too? You are the light you left in my silence, soft rebellion, quiet violence. Even now, even here, you're the reason I'm still near. If forever has a name, it still sounds just the same. In every part of what I feel, you are real. Still here, still light, still you. Still here. The night rewinds without a sound, and suddenly you're all around. Not as a ghost, not as a trace, but something time cannot erase. I step into a faded glow, where only we would ever go. The world outside just disappears, like it forgot to follow here. And every breath begins to show the parts of you I didn't know. We danced inside the memory where nothing ever left me. Every second soft and slow, like a place I used to know. We danced inside the memory, no beginning, no ending, just the echo of your hand and a song we understand. The floor still holds our shadow lines, like we were frozen in design. A perfect loop of what we were before the world made us obscure. And I don't fight the fading light, I let it hold us through the night. We danced inside the memory where love was all it had to be. Every glance a silent spark, lighting up the deepest dark. We danced inside the memory, not a dream but something free. And for once I don't feel lost in the place where time got crossed. If I stay inside this frame, will I ever feel the same? Or is this where we're meant to live? In everything we couldn't give. Stay, stay, We danced inside the memory, and it finally set me free. Not from you, but from the pain of trying not to feel your name. We danced inside the memory, and I think you're still with me. Not as gone, not as far, but as light inside the dark. Inside the memory, you're still with me. If this is the last time, let it sound like this. We met again where silence falls, faded calls. Same eyes but older skies, hiding all our goodbyes. No rush, no need to pretend. We already know how it ends. Still we stay a little while in the shadow of your smile. And nothing has to be explained. Some love survives inside the pain. One last storm before the signal ends, before the night forgets again. We don't need forever now, just this moment. Somehow if time decides to pull us apart, I'll keep you safe inside my heart. In every echo, every tone, you're not alone. The rain writes stories on the glass of everything we couldn't pass. We don't reach, we don't fall, we just understand it all. Your hand hovers then retreats, like a memory that repeats. And I let it go, no fight, just you dissolving into night. If this is how it has to be, then let it end so quietly. One last song before the signal ends. No beginning, no romance, just two hearts that recognize the truth behind each other's eyes. If love survives beyond the pain, it doesn't need to stay the same. Just one moment to be shown, you were known. We were never meant to stay, only pass along the way, like a frequency too wide to ever stay inside. So I won't ask you to remain, I'll just learn your shape in rain. One last song before the signal ends. No more broken what ifs or if when, just a quiet letting go in the afterglow. If we ever meet again somehow, it won't matter then or now, because I already know you'll still glow. Signal gone, but love still on. The street lights dim but don't go out. They linger like a quiet doubt, and in their glow I still can see the shape you left inside of me. I walk through echoes of the past, where every moment tried to last. But time just folds all we knew into a shade that looks like you. And I don't reach, I don't resist, I let you live in what exists. The last light still knows your name, even when nothing stays the same. It flickers softly through the night, like you're still somewhere in the light. The last light still knows your name, carrying what we can't reclaim. And if I close my eyes, I find you're still somewhere inside my mind. The city hums a fading tune under a paper-colored moon. I don't ask where you have gone, I just let the memories stay on. And in the silence I can hear the love we never brought near. The last light still knows your name, burning gently like a flame that never asked to be so bright, but stayed with me through every night. The last light still knows your name, softly rewriting all the pain. And though we drifted out of time, you still feel like something mine. If I don't call you back again, will you still remain my friend? In the glow that never dies, behind my closing eyes, just fade slow. The last light still knows your name, not as loss, not as blame, but as something warm and true that I still carry into view. The last light still knows your name, even when I can't explain why some love refuses to leave and learns to breathe inside of me. The last light still knows you. We were just two lights in the dark, I saw you before I knew your name, before the world could feel the same. You were standing in the glow, like a story I didn't know. The air something learning how to survive. Every glance a quiet spark, drawing outlines in the dark. And I didn't know it then, but everything was changing when, before the night learned our names, before the fire found its flame, we were nothing, we were true, just a feeling breaking through. If love begins the way it starts, in accidental open hearts, then maybe we were always meant to be, you and me. You laugh like sunlight on the floor, like I had never felt before. Every second felt so wide, like the world was on our side. We didn't speak too much that night, just let the silence feel so right, like something soft was being drawn between where we end on. And time was only passing through to make a path that led to you. Before the night learned our names, before the world knew our frames, we were drifting undefined, two reflections intertwined. If beginnings are a sign that something greater is designed, then I was always meant to see you with me. Maybe your love is just this way, quiet at the start then stays, growing without any sound until it's all around. And if I never knew your name, I'd still feel